What's going on, guys? It's New York Prepper here, and just wanted to show you some upgrades that I made to Remington 870 tactical shotgun. This is a 12 gauge shotgun, and this is part of their Express line, Remington Express shotguns. It's not that expensive. It's actually, maybe around $350 to $400 when you buy this from the store. But I made some upgrades to it, so this way it would be a little bit more, more higher quality. So I just wanted to go over some of these upgrades, and these upgrades are ones that you can do from home. And I would say the total cost was around $200, and it tremendously increased the quality of this, shotgun. Like I said, they're normally only around $350 to $400. You can also get the Remington 870 police version, but those are, more expensive. And for a lot of people, you can get yourself an Express version, and really the only difference between the Express and the police is the trigger guard on the police is aluminum versus the Express. It's like a hard plastic, and then the police version also has upgraded springs in the trigger group. But you can actually upgrade those springs on your own, rather than just spending $600 on the police version. You can buy a upgraded spring for $15 and just pop it in. So here are some of the upgrades that I made. First, we'll start with the sights. These are the Scattergun Technologies sights. They go for about, I don't know, 100, probably 130 for front and rear. It's a ghost ring sight, and it has tritium vials in it in the back here, as you can see. So for night, for shooting in low light conditions, you could take the tritium vials in the back here and line it up with the front sight. This is what the front sight looks like here, and it's just a basic blade with a tritium vial in it. There's no wings or anything to protect it. I would like to see them actually make a version that has wings on it so it protects the blade, but I guess for a shotgun, I guess it's not super critical. So that has also a tritium vial in there. So you can line that up with your tritium vial in the back when you're sighting this in low light conditions. And this, which is basically the reason why you would want to have this, is for home defense or maybe primarily home defense, I would say. I guess you could take this on a trail with you if you go camping. You could use this as like a trail defense or camping defense. This will shoot 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. So you could put some nasty slugs in here for bears if you run into a bear. So it's pretty versatile. So I added the sights here, the Scattergun Technology sights with the tritium, night sights on there, which I think is critical for any type of defensive weapon. You need to consider the fact that you're not always going to be able to shoot during perfect, light conditions. You're going to be shooting in low light sometimes, especially in a home defense scenario. Somebody may startle you at night, and you have to go out and investigate the problem, or just you may not have time to really flip the lights on in your house. So the sights here, and then I got upgraded mag tube follower, which it's kind of hard to get it to see, but it's stainless steel. So rather than plastic one, this piece right here, this is the mag tube follower. This is where you load your shells in, and yeah, I got a stainless steel one, so it's a little bit higher quality than plastic. That's about a $10 upgrade. Very easy, you know, you can do this, you can actually pop this in yourself real easily. You just unscrew the shell tube here and you just take the spring off, put your new one on. So we got that. Then I got this oversized safety here. As you can see, it's a giant button, oversized safety button. It's pretty large. You know, normally the Remington safeties are kind of small. So this is nice and quick. You know, if you have to use this in a quick situation, it's right there. It's right by the trigger. You don't have to, you don't have to do any extra work. When you bring the gun into your shoulder, it's right here. You don't really have to, it sticks out. So you just pop it down and your finger's already there on the trigger. So, just so you guys know, this is empty. There's no shell in here, no shell in the chamber. So yeah, this helps you just bring it up and the safety's right there and you don't have to do any extra work. If it was like the standard one, it's very flat and it's kind of hard to easily, it takes a little more dexterity to undo it. This is just much more intuitive. You just put your finger on it, and just push down and it's ready to go. So oversized safety, I don't remember how much this was. I also put this in myself, probably maybe 60 or 70 bucks on Brownells. I don't know what they go for now. Definitely recommend this. The only thing is you just have to be careful because it does stick out quite a bit, as you see. It's probably the size of like a M&M or a little bit bigger than an M&M, and it sticks out. So if you're kind of walking around and you bump it against your body or against a wall, or if you're in the woods and you're walking through some brush and you bump this against like a stick or something, it might push the safety off. So that's something to consider when you're upgrading. But for me, this is like a home defense weapon, so I don't really plan on going into any kind of brush with this. So I'm not really too worried about it. The benefits are much better because if somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night, there's a home intruder, you're not gonna, having a big safety is good because you can feel it. I can feel it with my finger as and I don't really have to think about it. It's there. I know it's there. As soon as I put my hand on the weapon, I could feel it and I just push it down. I don't really have to remember to unclick it because like the stock one it's really flat and it's not as intuitive. It's not as natural, I guess you could say. So definitely a good upgrade for a home defense shotgun is that safety. So that was the third upgrade, and then also I added this heat shield here. This is just a Tacstar heat shield. The reason I like the Tacstar one is like some of the other ones are plastic, and I just don't see how you'd want plastic on your weapon. It could break, it could melt too. It's a heat shield, so it's supposed to be able to resist high temperatures, so I'd rather just get metal. It'll probably add a few ounces to the weapon, but it's already a light shotgun as it is. It's like a 6-pound shotgun, so it's already a featherweight weapon. So extra couple ounces of steel is not going to really matter. I don't really like to change the foregrip on these. I kind of like the 870 grip. It has this nice grip. I don't really mess with that. I know some guys like to have those big fore ends. I think that's overdone. Stock, I like to keep the stock. The only thing is I'm going to switch out the pad here with a Supercell, Remington Supercell, which is just a softer. This thing has this has no cushioning at all. It's like a hard rubber. So I'm going to switch that out. But I got this heat shield, was maybe 25 bucks. So total so far between the sights, safety, follower, you know, you're probably looking at like, what would that be? 60 plus 130, you know, so you're around 200 now. And then plus the heat shield, maybe another 25, so 225 in upgrades so far. I also have, you can't see it, but I upgraded the spring in here. And that's the Remington Police 870 Police version. I got the spring for that one, and I put the spring in. So it has an upgraded spring, so it'll last longer. What else? I have this flashlight ring that I added. It's a Phoenix, for Phoenix lights. It's the Phoenix ALG00, and it's just, you know, a rail mounted. You know, you just squeeze this down and it slides off. I have a little Picatinny rail here. Let's see what else. I have this little, the little Picatinny rail that's like $10. I added that on there because, you know, obviously home defense, you want to have a light on it. So the light would just go right in here. I don't have it on right now, but there's just an Allen screw here, and it has like rubber. What I like about it is it has this this rubber grip inside, because sometimes those, under heavy recoil, a lot of flashlights will get loosened up from those clamps. I had that happen to me before. You know, so this rubber inside will grip the light nicely. It's just a basic screw, and it opens up. You know, and you just put the light in here, clamp it down, and you're good to go. It's nice. It's definitely a nice nice thing to have. You know, and this way it lets you take the light off. You know, if you don't need it, you can just take it off. You know, but pretty much, you know, I have it on the left side, so I can just, you know, actuate it with my thumb here, my left thumb. You know, so I put the light here, and then I can just push the button, you know, and I'm good to go. So yeah, flashlight mounts. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Everything else I kept stock, you know. So those are just some few simple upgrades. Probably total cost was, you know, between $200 and $300. You know, and these are meaningful upgrades, especially the sights here. Highly recommend the sights. You know, you definitely want some kind of night, you know, shooting capability, and the Tritium sights with the ghost ring are just ideal for home defense encounters where, you know, the range is under 20 yards or even 10 yards. You know, that ghost ring is just really intuitive. You know, it's very it's much better than regular sights. A ghost ring is just much faster target acquisition in a ghost ring sight system. You know, you definitely want to have a flashlight if you have a home defense shotgun, just because obvious reasons. Like I said, nighttime, low light situations, you should keep one mounted at all times. I don't have it mounted right now, but I really should mount it again. You know, this way if something happens in the middle of the night, it's on there and it's ready to go. You know, and if your intruder comes in, you can just shine the light and be able to see, you know, see what's around you. And you know, the heat shield is also an important thing. A lot of people overlook those on shotguns. You know, a heat shield is especially on a 12 gauge, because 12 gauges, you know, as you can see, the barrel is pretty thin. You know, if a 12 gauge shotgun barrel was to be made as thick as a rifle barrel, it would weigh, you know, 10 or 12 pounds. So, you know, by nature, a 12 gauge shotgun has to have a thin barrel. You know, otherwise it would just be so much metal to lug around. And because the barrel is so thin, as you can see, it's, you know, pretty thin, the walls of the barrel here. As you can see, because it's so thin, it heats up really quickly. And if you've ever done a lot of shotgun shooting, you know, especially like higher power, you know, buckshot, slugs, 3-inch, any kind of 3-inch shells, the barrel gets really hot, and you know, even after a couple of shots, 4 or 5 shots, you know, this barrel is going to get warm, and you know, if you grab it like this, you're going to burn your hand. Or you know, if you touch it to your body, you know, if something happens, you know, you touch it to your body like this, it could burn you, or you know, something could catch on fire, it could melt your, you know, clothing, whatever. So a heat shield is just a common sense solution to that, you know. Protects you from touching that hot barrel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I definitely recommend that you guys invest in some of these upgrades. If you have a Remington 870, it'll definitely make your shotgun much more useful and much more user friendly. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. I'm going to be making more videos, and I'm going to take this to the range pretty soon, probably next week. So I'll do some shooting with this, and I'll have it on video so you guys can see how this shotgun actually performs. It's a, you know, Remington 870. It's, you know, a very good shotgun. In my opinion, one of the best. So, alright guys, take care. God bless. See you next time.